8.
Be advised, this is an explicit podcast. If you're easily offended, get your panties twisted into a knot. Leave now. Run to your safe space. Get your little cloth for your tears. All the opinions expressed on this podcast are those of the host and his guest and do not reflect the opinions of any local or government agency. Welcome to the MOTORCOP Chronicles podcast. Excuse my voice. It's yellow season and my sinuses are draining down the back of my throat and making it extremely raw, making me sound like this. Happens every year. If you've been listening to me for a while, you'll know. Springtime starts to roll around and this is what I get. Just throwing the extra live out. I just finished doing the end of watch episode. Not my popular episode, but there was 15 this past month, 2 K9s also. Way too many. Over doubled than what it was in January. Freebird said he plans on being here in the clubhouse tomorrow also. So you can come back and listen to that one also. So if anybody wants a great cigar, go to mypatriotcigar.com. Use promo code MOTORCOP15. Get 15% off of your order. If you want any merch, I got all kind of t-shirts and stuff up. It's right up here, MotorCopChronicles.com. You can go there. All the links will be at the bottom. And or you can just go to the Etsy store, MotorCop Chronicles Etsy store. And all the merchandise is there also. I'm always putting new stuff up here and there. Latest is this new cup. It's like a t-shirt. It says MotorCops on it. The guy with the wings, it says Guardian of the Streets. Got the regular logo and the little saying with the blue line on it right there. If anybody's interested. If you want any extra episodes, pictures, videos, text, all kinds of stuff I put out. It's got like 200 different things on it right now. You can join the Patreon, 3 different tiers. $3, $5, $6, $10. Get more stuff. If you can't afford it, I understand. I'm going to keep putting out the free stuff also. Speaking of the Patreon, I'm going to shout them out real quick because I forgot to last time. All we got is crew members right now. We got Kelly Meyer. We got Jared Nitrous, MotorCop for Life. Got Mr. William Gibo. We got Burley Boards, Dan Carlson. Y'all go check them out. Make superior wood products. Our cutting boards are phenomenal. Ship them to you. You can use it to cut your food up with. Beat your kids or spank your wife if you're into that kind of stuff, or home defense also. We got T-Bird. We got Mr. Hoppy Hobson, our favorite truck driver. We got Mr. Blake Walker. We got Aaron from the I Had to Say It podcast. Just put out an episode today or yesterday. We got Mr. Z Palmer. We got Roy Spalding. Roy with the S, not Roy with the P. Of course, we got our favorite girl in Australia, JoJo. And we got our girl in Washington State, Natasha A. Appreciate every single one of y'all helping me pay some bills over here. Trying to get the overhead down a little bit because it starts getting expensive every now and then. Oh, I'm going to throw this out if y'all listening. Pay attention. I'm going to put it out on Facebook tomorrow morning. I guess around 8-ish or so. I'm going to put out one of the memes. Whoever has the funniest one or the most votes. So you're going to have to get your friends to come over to your post, and vote for your comment. I'll be giving away a free t-shirt. It'll be like a midweek news shirt. The only thing is now I will add you in with us on the t-shirt in your own little character. So if you want a chance to win that, you got to go over there. Something funny on the picture. Whoever gets the most votes wins. If we have a tie, I guess I'll break the tie. So get your friends to come over and vote for you also. Other than that, we're going to do some Louisiana news. Some of these stories aren't all that new. I had this set up last week. Me and Holster were actually supposed to go live together and do this last week. life gets in the way sometimes. So doing it now. So some of these stories are a little bit older. Have to do another one because we got all kind of shit going on here in Louisiana. We're going to talk about on another podcast. But I already had this one set up, so that's what you're getting today. Sailor Outlaw George is, if he's still here, he's over there on YouTube. Made some comments. Appreciate you being here. So let's start out with this first story. This is an LSU student. He got arrested for what? For being late for class? No. It's this guy right here. Looks like a nice fella, right? Going to college, getting his education, downloading a little bit of kiddie porn on the side. He got arrested for possession of child pornography using campus computers and servers to share abusive material. He's 20 years old, LSU student. He got arrested for kiddie porn. They received a cyber tip on January 5th containing 2 videos or images of child sexual abuse material or child under the age of 13. Of course, they got subpoenas and search warrants, and they learned that the LSU student, Jaha Palmer Davis, owned the accounts. That's him. The arrest paperwork says he used his university email and an LSU router system to upload the files. February 2nd, they executed a search warrant on his Instagram account, which was used to talk to other users about trading videos. He also talked to a user who identified themselves as a 14-year-old, where Davis sent videos to the juvenile and told them how to post nude ones of himself online. A 14-year-old. I'm willing to bet it was probably a little boy or something. 14 years old. Come on, dude, you're 20. Ruin your life because you're a pedophile. Yes, George, they are horrible. They need to have things done to them because let me tell you what, they can say what they want to about people like him right here. He can go to prison 10, 15, 5, no matter how many years he puts them in there. Guess what? When he gets out, he's still going to be a pedophile. There's something not right in these people's heads, and it can't be fixed. I'm sorry. A lot of people say, "Oh, you can't rehabilitate a pedophile." Once you're a pedophile, you have these urges that you can't get rid of. Go talk to some of them. He will be a pedophile his entire life if they don't. When he gets out of prison, or if they don't give him time, he will reoffend. Right now, hopefully right now, he hasn't went over to the total dark side where he has actually done anything to a child. But as soon as he gets tired of the pictures and stuff like that, he's going to try to act out his fantasies, and a child will be hurt by a piece of shit like that. If you don't want to execute them, just lock them up, throw away the key. It's the only thing you can do with people like that. It's my opinion. Hey, believe what you want to believe. If you think they can be rehabilitated, go right ahead. When he gets out of prison, offer him a room in your house, or let him move next door to you and let your kids or grandkids or something, or nieces and nephews go outside and play, and let him push them on the swing. How about that? Yeah, well, sometimes. It don't happen as much anymore because even prisons are woke now. So I just don't think that happens as much anymore, unfortunately. This next story, I think I got a video, hopefully, if those are still here. This story here is up in St. Helena Parish. Let me explain something about this parish. St. Helena Parish is a poor parish. I'm not down in the parish. It's a gorgeous parish. What's up, Jim? They're a poor parish. Just what it is. They don't have a lot of industry and stuff like that. You are correct, George. They don't like pedophiles. But a lot of them now don't want to get more time is the problem. But sometimes accidents happen, right? But it's St. Helena Parish is a poor parish. They have been having, usually very quiet. Lately, they've been having a lot more crime coming out of there. Recently, this is just crazy. I played a video. This one has a fifth grader got his ass arrested. And it's just They recently had a school shooting up there. I think somebody died, but let's go over this video.
Well, I'm Steve Eager.
And I'm Heather Hayes. So police were called to Pioneer Technology and Arts Academy off Oates Drive just before 9 a.m.
That's not
after
it.
a school administrator said a student was in an office with a gun and would
at the school. News 2's Abigail Whittam reports.
A fifth grader at St. Helena Arts and Technology Academy is in juvenile detention center after this video that was sent to a group chat with 6 other fifth graders this weekend.
Hey, then, that boy Mir better stop playing me. Wanna know why? I'm finna show you why he better stop playing me. Hey, don't tell nobody though. I can't.
Y'all hear this, right? Y'all hear this kid talking? The way he's talking? Come on. That rap music and all that shit influencing these kids like this. I'm going to rewind it back. This is this fifth grader kid now. It's hard to see. He made this video, and he starts flashing a fucking gun. And if you can't understand him, I'll try to, he's trying to say this boy better stop bullying, better stop fucking with him, stuff like that. But, I mean, it's like a fucking alien language.
This weekend.
Hey, then, that boy Mir better stop playing me. Wanna know why? I'm finna show you why he better stop playing me. Hey, don't tell nobody though. I can't. On me. And if you want to do it, take though. Take Hollows.
According to Quadicia Cornish, the mother of the victim the video was intended towards, says her child was a victim of...
It's a start of acting, of bullying as well, yes.
St. Helena Chief of Detectives Joe Cheney says the sheriff's office hasn't confirmed that the dispute is a case of bullying, in spite of having charged the fifth grader with cyberbullying. Cornish says parents should also be held accountable for their son's actions.
Parents are not.
Thank you. Parents should be. That little boy's parents ought to be charged. But I can guarantee you one thing. Yeah, I'm going to say it. This lady right here, Miss Cornish, I guarantee you her little baby ain't all that innocent neither. Okay? Don't let them play the victim on you. Come on, girl.
Aware of their kids' action, but at the same time, somebody needs to be held accountable for what's going on. After 4 months ago, everybody should be held accountable.
This video circulates 5 months after a fatal shooting that happened at the St. Helena College and Career Academy.
But I feel like they're going to cover it up once again because it's St. Helena Parish, it's who you know. And at the end of the day, when it come down to my son, I'm going to do whatever necessary to get his story out. He's not going to be played with.
Abigail Whittam, WB.
Boy, the amount of intelligence, right? Sorry, I mean, come on. People, just open your mouth and speak. I know I'm not the best speaker in the world. I listen to myself sometimes. But come on, I try. At least I try. This little kid right here, already flashing gun stuff, he's going to be another stat. He's either going to be locked up in prison or worm food. That's that kid's future. Right there in the nutshell. Right there. Fifth grade. Or, I mean, they're threatening to kill people. Where'd he get the gun? Whose gun is it? I know this area. He just didn't go out on the street and buy this gun. Probably one of his parents or something like that. Like I said, this ain't Baton Rouge or nothing where this place is at. Go figure. I wouldn't send my kids to school there, I'll tell you that. This next one here, going back to Baton Rouge, the investigative unit, BRPD opens up a probe after claims are coming out that officers strip searched an 11-year-old boy and sexually assaulted him, basically. City police said Wednesday they have launched launched an internal investigation following that an officer strip searched a woman and her 11-year-old son after barging into their home while looking for illegal firearms last summer. Now, this happened last summer, okay? So we're coming up probably close to a year now, almost at that year mark. After a year, it's done. What's up, Kelly? You gonna wait this long to file a complaint? Bad shit happened to me. Cops do something wrong to me, one of my family. I'm filing a complaint right away. I expect anybody, that's the way you should do it. Almost a year later, come on. Jim, I figured that's what it was. Same thing happened to Freebird. He's just lazy and ain't put it back on there. In our previous scheduled meeting with representatives from print and broadcast media, Baton Rouge Police Chief Morris said he had received a complaint Tuesday about an officer misconduct and assigned it to Internal Affairs. Upon completion of our investigation, we are committed to being transparent in our findings, Morris said, reading from a prepared statement. Yeah, I just got some news flash. I'm breaking. Zachary teen reported missing, found safe. It was on the news last night right here. But that's all you'll get. I said this before. Where was she found? It was a female. Where was she found? And who was she found with? Or was she missing? Or did she run away to get some dick? They're always doing that, but they don't tell you the rest of the story. Come on, just tell her. Tell her. She's a little hoe. The complaint stems from a June 6th raid at a home along Astor Street near River Road. Now, this was from June 6th of 2023. And you going to wait till February to file a complaint? Come on. Following complaints that juveniles have been shooting various weapons in the area, spot shotter reports led officers to the home, and detectives took 5 handguns and 1 rifle during their search. So everybody, there wasn't nothing nefarious going on here. No laws were being broken. These kids wasn't doing stuff they wasn't supposed to be doing. It's the cops that's doing wrong, right? Lakeisha Varnado and I'm going to try to get this name correct, Trey Donovan Rabby, on behalf of themselves and their children, filed a lawsuit Tuesday claiming officers violated their constitutional rights. Varnado said Officer Joseph Carbone strip searched her and an 11-year-old boy at the BRPD's Brave Cave, an interrogation center used by police. Now, if this male officer strip searched this female, yes, he's completely wrong. Been doing this a long time. I ain't never strip searched female. I'll get a female officer. We'll find one. I would never. No, I have searched a female, pat searched, back of your hand, way we were trained, stuff like that. Very minimal. Haven't pulled her bra out, stuff like that. Back of the hand, never front, back. Strip search, no way. So I find hard to believe that this man did this. If he did, fire him, press charges on him. I don't believe he did that. If he did, why did it take you this long to come saying this shit? This happened in June. This is of 23. We in February 24. Took you that long? Come on. What y'all thinking? Put it in the chat. If you disagree with me, disagree with me. We can have a conversation about it. The 11-year-old boy, who was probably 10 maybe at the time, or barely 11, asserts that the white dude with a beard wasn't me. Promise you, wasn't me. Anyway, I've actually shaved my real beard. Less than 2 years, y'all be able to see my real face. Y'all might want me to put this back on, though. Kind of like my little persona, but I kind of want to be me too. He told me to strip my clothes so he could search me, the lawsuit says. The white man, he told me to, and I did. That damn white man. White man. That's when he started touching on me and stuff. He touched my private area, like right here, he said, according to the court filing. So you had a white cop, that white dude, grabbed a hold of your son's junk, and you gonna wait in June, and you gonna wait until February to say something? Oh, fuck that. As soon as my kid would have told me about it, guess what? I'd have been there the next fucking day. But you gonna wait till February? Half a year? Over half a year? To report that this happened to your kid. This grown man supposedly just sexually assaulted your 11-year-old kid, and you gonna wait 7 months to report it? I think I smell bullshit. The lawsuit was assigned to U.S. District Judge Shelley Dick. Well, let me tell you about Shelley Dick. Got her name right? Dick. She's a fucking Democrat. So they ain't no telling. I wouldn't want to go in court in front of her because she's a bleeding heart Democrat. So cops can automatically be wrong in this situation. So he's fucked there. Who in a separate case in 2016 put Baton Rouge police on notice about how they conducted strip searches. She said then she was alarmed by the police officer's admission that it was common practice for him and others to perform strip searches on people being detained. What kind of strip search? I mean, there's different types of strip search. Morris on Wednesday said BRPD's policies indicate when strip searches may be used, but would not talk specifically about the new lawsuit because it's pending. They usually don't. The BRPD policy notes that arrestees should not be strip searched unless there is a specific reason to believe the detained person has concealed a weapon or contraband. Varnett, of course, the two people that are suing said that none of these conditions were present. But how many guns? They said how many guns they pulled out the house. This story fails to say that during this arrest, they had like 3 other kids take off running, and they recovered guns off of those kids also. So would it be reasonable to assume that Mama and Baby Thug might have had guns on him? Yeah. Would I strip search a woman? No. Did he do it? I don't know. Did I think he, reached in there and grabbed this little kid's dick? I just don't see that happening. I just, like I said, if it did, come on. This male cop strip searched you, lady. This male cop grabbed your 11-year-old son's dick. And you going to wait 7 months to report it? 7 months, and now you report it. Looks like somebody just wanted a paycheck. That's it. My opinion, though. I won't be on that jury or nothing, but they never put me on that jury because I'm like, oh, no, waited 7 months. Well, like I said, I'd have been in there the next day. How many of you people, if that was you, me, I don't give a shit about. That'd have been my kid or one of my grandkids, and some grown-ass man fucking grabbed his junk and touched it while he was being strip searched. Oh, no. The male, strip searching the male, I ain't got no issue with it. They found all these guns. They don't know if this kid's got a gun tucked in his ass or what. Hey, been in the state prison system. Seen a motherfucker with a .22 revolver loaded in his ass, okay? Not in his crack, but in his ass itself, okay? They had to bring him to the hospital to get it out. They had x-ray found it. So don't say you can't fish shit in there, okay? Women will shove all kind of shit in their coochies. So, yeah, it is not unreasonable. But unreasonable is you waiting 7 months to cry about it. That's unreasonable. This next one, I think I've talked about it a little bit before. We had sexual harassment allegations against the New Roads police chief. He has resigned from the job. Okay. Let me see. I think I might have a video. If I don't, just have to talk about it.
First up tonight, the investigative unit with new information on what led to the resignation of the New Roads police chief 2 weeks ago. What started as a consensual relationship between the chief and a female officer took a dark turn. Katie Easter here with what that officer had to.
I will apologize. These videos here, I don't like doing. I'm not good at screen sharing shit, and they weren't available on YouTube for me to download, so I just played it on my computer and recorded it on my phone, and then re-downloaded it. So if the sound and stuff ain't that great, that's why.
After the relationship ended.
There's been a lot of back and forth on whether Chief Delaney Lee was sexually harassing an officer or if they only had an affair. But this all started when she told someone Lee was making her uncomfortable.
I have been weighted down with disappointment and sadness. Disappointment on a professional level and sadness on a human level.
That was New Roads Mayor Theron Smith earlier this month after Police Chief Delaney Lee resigned amid an investigation into his relationship with a female officer.
You don't feel comfortable in texting with him or talking, or just something happened?
Now, right here, this female police officer, the one that was fucking the chief, went in and talked to the assistant chief, and he's recording it. He's asking what you don't feel comfortable texting him. She's not anymore. So at some point she didn't. Assistant chief's like, what happened?
He started stuff here.
In January, that female officer went to then Assistant Chief James Johnson to ask if she can include a second set of eyes when contacting Lee. He recorded the entire conversation.
He making it difficult and telling me basically I can't ask anybody else questions. I have to come to him about different things, but I'm not comfortable with going to him anymore.
Okay.
Calling or texting him, but if I have to text him, I can put you in the group, in the message.
Definitely.
That conversation led to an internal investigation. Days later, she wrote a separate statement saying she never alleged Lee was harassing her.
Y'all heard that right. She done wrote in a statement now after she's saying other stuff. Of course, in her statement she was making there, I didn't hear. She never said that he was harassing her. She just said that she felt uncomfortable texting and doing that. We've all dated. We've all had ex-girlfriends, ex-wives, shit like that. Definitely ex-girlfriends. Sometimes it's just weird being around those people, especially if you work with them. Okay, I dated a girl I worked with one time, so I say don't shit where you eat, because even after you break up, and if it's not a good breakup, and you still got to see this person every day, it just makes work very uncomfortable, very just weird. Okay, I think maybe this is what she was talking about. I don't know, but she never did. I didn't hear anyway. I didn't hear the whole thing, but didn't put it on here. But she never said that he was sexually harassing her, and she wrote down that that's what was going on. I don't know what's going on, but you got buffering with the podcast, Kelly. I don't know, but I didn't hear it. And she wrote a statement saying he didn't harass her.
He said something out of line?
It's not, in a way it is out of line, but.
So the reason I'm asking like that, because I don't want to be blindsided if something comes up.
Okay. Well, it was, it's how he put it, like, I'm running after him, obsessed with him.
So basically, he wasn't harassing her. He said, she even just said it right here, that he said that she's chasing after him. And she say that's what he's saying. Is she denying it?
During that conversation, the female officer acknowledged having an affair with Lee back in August.
Have you talked to him?
I don't want to. I mean, I will have to ask somebody, because I don't want nothing being said. That's just like,
I get it.
I was like sexual harassment.
In a text to the mayor, the female officer said they were both wrong for getting involved, but she wanted to clear the air on sexual harassment allegations because Lee felt as though she was trying to hurt him. The mayor declined to comment on the story, telling me he hopes everyone can move forward.
She'd probably try and set his ass up. Chief's no longer there. He resigned. Should have kept his dick in his pants, especially if you're a boss. Don't fuck somebody underneath you, because you're just asking for it. Just keep your dick in your pants. Same thing, girlie. Keep your legs closed, okay? Close them up. Don't do from here. to here. Here. Keep them like this. Keep the dicks out of you. You won't have that issue either. Appreciate it, Chief. Flattered. But no. He should have never went there. He should, professionalism. Especially these are old. These ain't even, I don't know if she is, but I mean, you can see he wasn't a young guy. Come on now. You too old to be thinking with your dick, dude. Time to grow up. No, you ain't got a job. This next one here. Let's see. Do I have a video on this one or not? I'm not sure if I do. We're going to see.
First up tonight, the investigative unit with new information on what led to the resignation.
Running back Trey Holly has been arrested on 3 felony charges. Holly,
another LSU student. Allegedly, he broke the law, committed a crime, said what. But as you can see, if you're watching, LSU football player. Pretty sure he's on scholarship, paying for that ride. I don't know if he's getting any of that Neil money or not, but I hope he didn't do it. If he did, he just fucked his whole entire life up.
Turned himself into authorities on Thursday, February 15th in Union Parish, Louisiana. Holly is being held on a $512,000 bond on charges of aggravated criminal damage to property and illegal use of a weapon.
Criminal damage property, leave you with him over $500,000. How much damage? What kind of property was damaged? How much was it?
Well as attempted second-degree murder.
Oh, there we go.
As a result of these charges, Holly has been suspended indefinitely from the team. The shooting happened last Friday in Farmerville on February 9th at around 10:30 p.m. near the Union Village Apartments. One woman was shot in the back and taken to LSU Shreveport, while a man was shot in the leg. Holly, who is 19, is from Farmerville, Louisiana. He had 11 carries for 110 yards as a freshman last season. He broke the state's all-time rushing record with 10,523 yards during his career at Union Parish High School.
That's the end of it. I haven't heard anything else on it. Like I say, he's suspended. He's saying he was falsely identified, that it wasn't him. He must be out. He must got on bond. It says because 3 days after he was charged, he said on social media that he has been falsely accused in a crime. His post on X said, as you guys know, I was recently arrested on 3 felony charges. I have been falsely identified, accused, and arrested. I am 100% innocent, and the people that know me know this is not my character at all. I was not involved in any incident at all. I was at home, which is where the incident took place. So this took place at his house. I turned myself in because I was notified of an arrest warrant, and I wanted to fully cooperate. Due to this being an ongoing investigation, I cannot give many details. To my fans, I am sorry for the confusion, but you guys know this is not me at all. I will come back better than ever, and I look forward to proving my innocence. To the real ones, thank you guys for standing beside me through this tough time. I got this, and my story will be told one day, and it will be legendary. I hope it's true. I honestly hope that this kid didn't do it. I hope if he didn't do it, he can go back and finish his college career, and this hasn't ruined it. You have all these young guys that have all this talent that can play football, basketball, this other stuff, all this talent. And they go off to college and all that stuff or other stuff. And you see them sometimes they just do stupid decisions. Sometimes you got to stay away from them people you used to hang out with back in the day. You just got to. I mean, you don't like it, but sometimes you have to. Not getting good. I don't know, Kelly. Sometimes you just have to walk away from your friends. Or are they really friends if they put you in that type of situation? So let's hope this kid is telling the truth and he does get out of it. Look at getting more news flashes. Let's see what this one is. It looked interesting. Oh, it's funny. We just talked about it. Former Point Capee Parish Sheriff's Deputy is appointed as the new Roads Police Chief. Just flashed on my phone. A former Point Capee Parish Sheriff's Deputy has been confirmed as his new Roads Police Chief. They appointed Cedric Epps during the council meeting Tuesday evening. Looks young. Of course, we know it was left vacant. He had an inappropriate relationship with an officer. The assistant chief took over in the interim. Well, I guess they didn't want the assistant chief as full-time chief. But looks like a young dude. Good luck. And keep your dick in your pants, okay? Or at least while you're at work. And don't fuck any of your employees. Do have a picture for this one. Duke is wanting to be pet so bad right now. I'm trying to do this. These two fellas right here. Neck tattoos on both. Not everybody got neck and face tattoos are bad, but it just seems like a lot of them, it just don't look good. It just don't look good. Anyway, these two guys, they got arrested for a robbery and a double shooting that left one person paralyzed and another person hurt. Of course, this was in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Two men were arrested Friday for a shooting that happened at the end of January and left two people hurt. Deputies arrested 18-year-old Latrell Baker and 20-year-old Kendrick Johnson for armed robbery and attempted first-degree murder. Arrest documents said the two, along with an accomplices, went to the victim's home on January 30th to sell them something. What are they going to sell them? I'm going to say drugs. After the victim handed over the money for the item, one of the men said, "This is ours now," pulled out their guns and began to shoot him. Just dickheads. I mean, the dude paid you, give whatever the fuck you bought. Deputies said the victims were hit multiple times in the upper and lower body, leaving one of them partially paralyzed. The victims told deputies that they were former friends with these two fucktards. At the time of the shooting, Johnson was on probation for accidentally shooting one of his friends. I don't know which one's Johnson, but this fucktard should never be touching a gun if you accidentally shot one of his friends already. They shot his friend while playing with a gun. He was arrested in March of 2022 for negligent injuring and illegal use of a weapon. Johnson, who was in high school at the time, pled guilty to negligent injuring and was put on unsupervised probation with a few stipulations. He had to stay in school, do 50 hours of community service, complete an online gun safety course, and was not allowed to own a firearm. Well, maybe he took the gun course, learned how to shoot better, and he didn't own the gun. He just borrowed it. 6 months after his plea, Johnson failed the court-ordered drug test and was ordered to start home bowel monitoring. Johnson passed the drug test 2 months later and was scheduled for a probation review on April 2024. Not no more. They in jail, and they done shot somebody. Think I ain't killed nobody. Wasted youth. Wasted youth. It's cool to be in prison, though, right? Not at all. Just stupidity. Let's see. We got these two lovely people right here. I mean, we don't like. I think it might be the same person. Let's see. So 2 juveniles were arrested for beating a toddler to death. Mother and another adult were charged. This must be the mother and another adult were charged on multiple. This is the little child. Y'all see this little baby? That's dead. That was beaten to death. 2 juveniles aged 10 and 12, 10-year-old and 12-year-old, were arrested after they allegedly beat a 3-year-old girl to death. while a group of children were left unsupervised. This little girl is dead by the hands of a 10 and 12-year-old. And this bitch is over here because they left them alone. According to East Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office, 3-year-old Blessing Buckles was brought to the hospital in critical condition Monday, February 12th at around 3:45 a.m. They said a juvenile called 911 and said that Buckles was not breathing, but there were no adults home, and he didn't know the address of the house he was at. No, don't get me wrong. At 12 years old, I believe, I have to look it up, but I believe at 12, you are legally old enough to babysit. I'd have to look it up, so I'm just saying. That's what I think. Law enforcement officers were knocking on doors in the area when Tarika Scott and Denisha Yates, Blessing's mother, pulled up with their hazards on. The woman told deputies she had just left the casino. Because, you know, gambling is so fucking important. Isn't it, ladies? Emergency responders found Blessing unresponsive and not breathing. She was resuscitated and taken to the hospital where she died on Wednesday, February the 14th. Doctors told law enforcement that Blessing had a brain bleed as well as bruises and abrasion to the face and body that were consistent with blunt force trauma. Deputies said that another 4-year-old girl who was left alone in the house had the same injuries. Detectives determined that the 10-year-old boy and the 12-year-old boy beat both of these little girls. Arrest paperwork said Yates and Scott left 8 children. 8 children from 11 months old to 12 years old home alone while they were gambling. During an interview after Blessing's death, Yates told officers that her and her children were staying with Scott for 2 weeks before the death happened. Both of the women said they knew about the abuse from the other children but did nothing to stop it. I'll say that again. Both women said they knew about this abuse from the other children, but nothing. So they knew this shit wasn't the first time this happened. These little kids been being beaten, abused by these pieces of shit kids. Arrest documents said that the woman saw bruises on at least one of the girls and they knew about the violent behavior in the home, but just they'll get over it. They'll get over it. Don't worry about it. Still, the woman would leave the children unsupervised because me gambling money away that I'm pretty sure that they didn't have, because they got 8 kids between 2 of them. I guarantee you there's some EBT, food stamps, and welfare shit going on here, okay? You get pissed off, I said it, yeah. I guarantee you that's what's going on. And these 2 cunts are out fucking gambling and leaving these little kids at home, and this little girl dies because of it. The 2 juveniles were taken into custody and charged with simple battery and second-degree murder and booked into the EBR Juvenile Detention Center. Scott and Yates were arrested for principal to battery and principal to second-degree murder. According to parish records, Yates has been arrested multiple times for theft in 2015. She was arrested for stealing $74 worth of items, including baby formula and toothbrushes, from when Big Dixie store manager told law enforcement she frequently stole from the store. I'm going to guess it's different right here, did it? Just looks like it. In 2017, Yates was arrested for stealing twice. Arrest documents said she stole $20 worth of clothes from Walmart. Later that year, she broke into a home and stole an iPad, 2 guns, and some business checks. Officer says she went to a Speedy Cash store and tried to cash a check worth $2,980 to herself before the employees called law enforcement. In 2020, a person called law enforcement after Yates threw a brick into their windshield. Arrest paperwork said the person was driving along Airline Highway when Yates pulled out in front of them, stopped her car, grabbed a brick, and smashed the driver's side windshield. Yates was arrested again the same year and booked for driving on a suspended license, resisting an officer, and aggravated escape and theft. Scott was I'm taking this one. Scott was arrested again the same year and booked for driving on suspended license, resisting an officer, aggravated escape, and theft. Though Scott was previously arrested for second-degree murder in 2021 and arson in 2022. She never went to trial for the murder charge as the grand jury opted not to formally charge her. As of Sunday, both women were in jail and bond set at $20,000 each. First of all, it don't sound like either of these bitches should have been out of jail, okay? They both of these bitches right here should have been doing prison time. It don't say in this story. I'm willing to bet it didn't happen. CPS should have placed these children, the rest of these children, in foster care. But I guarantee you what they did was they put it with a relative. They put the surviving children with a relative. This beautiful little girl is dead because of these two piece of shit women and those mentally ill kids that they knew were violent and beating on these kids and didn't do shit about it. The two little homicidal maniacs, 12 and 10, even if they get life for second degree murder, they'll both be out when they're 21. 21. Worse than they were before. Two future little serial homicidal maniacs right there. Oh, but Iceman, they might be rehabilitated. Fuck that. They ain't no rehabilitating no piece of shit little kids like that. Just not done do it. Just ain't gonna happen. Sorry. I said what I said. That's just the way it is. So it's just not gonna happen. So let's go to the next story. I don't know if Kelly's saying Facebook's still having issues, and she's like, but I don't know if it's happening. Go try me on Rumble. We're live on Rumble right now. We're live on ScrewTube over there also, and we're at Instagram. I'm live on all kind of stuff. Try me on Rumble. Go follow me on Rumble. I'm eventually going to get kicked off of here, and when that happens, you're going to have to find me on Rumble. It's free. This next story, this has all been taken care of. They had a whole bunch of these criminal justice advocates tried to put a restraining order out on the state of Louisiana to stop them from rushing legislation through and stuff like that. I'm going to do another one coming up. I'll just give you a little highlight on it. If y'all haven't heard on the news and went in Louisiana, passed that we're going to, you're not going to have a concealed carry permit to carry a concealed weapon. As long as you can legally own the gun and you're 18 or older, you can carry a concealed weapon. A whole bunch of people are up in arms about it. I'm in law enforcement. I'm actually for it. I assume everybody has a gun anyway, and I would rather more good guys have guns than bad guys, because the bad guys are going to carry this shit illegally anyway. And a lot of people are up in arms about it. Had some freaking rainbow lover on YouTube. I made a comment on a post. So I'm going to talk about another story. Of course, we know the Orleans Parish Sheriff, woman that got elected, had never been a cop before, you know. And she's over there boohooing crying. They also changed it where 17-year-olds in Louisiana starting when all this take effect. Also that 17-year-olds will now be charged as adults once again, the way it should be. So, this wasn't a Louisiana story. Just grab some Louisiana ones. This one right here, from NOLA.com. Authorities have found some bear remains at this man's home. I don't know if they arrested him or just cited him. The discovery of bear parts, deer heads, and methamphetamine, which is missed a whole lot, Billy. We've been going almost an hour, almost already. Discovery of deer parts and deer heads, methamphetamine, which is definitely illegal, have led for trouble for a man in northern Louisiana. Wildlife and Fisheries agents and Morehouse Parish Sheriff's deputies carried out a search warrant at George Mosley's home on February the 8th. They found bear parts, 2 antler deer heads, 2 freezers full of deer meat, and methamphetamine. During questioning, he admitted to harvesting a black bear with a bow and arrow, so he illegally shot this black bear. I don't know if they're still an endangered species list out here or not, but I'm pretty sure you got to have a certain license to be killing bear. And he admits to harvesting 4 antlered deer, 2 antlerless deer, and a bobcat with a rifle. Season limit on antlered deer for this area of the state is 3. He was cited for illegally hunting a Louisiana black bear, violating the seasonal limit on deer hunting without required license and deer tags, and harvesting a bobcat without a basic hunting license. It was not immediately clear whether the methamphetamine resulted in any charges. Illegal Louisiana black bear hunting brings up to a $950 fine and as much as 120 days in jail. Violating the deer limit is a $500 fine and 90 days in jail. Deer hunting without a license and no tags, $350 fine per offense. And harvesting a bobcat without a license is a $350 fine. He could face a civil restitution fine of $16,525 for the replacement value of these animals. The black bears have been removed off the endangered species list, but you still have to have a special license to be able to hunt them, which he did not. And all that deer meat and stuff, guarantee you they took it. They didn't let them keep it. Nope. This next one here is like, I was like, really? It's from BR Proud. If you see a dead deer carcass on the side of the road, you might want to think about before you pick it up. Personally, if I didn't see it hit or if I didn't hit it, I'm not picking it up because I don't know how long it's been out there. According to Wildlife and Fisheries, technically, it is illegal to keep roadkill. So what you gonna do with it? You just gonna let it go to waste? I mean, we've picked up deer for people or letting people like, oh, they just totaled your car out, take the deer. I mean, if you did decide to take the animal, you could be ticketed for illegal possession of a species killed. Wildlife and Fisheries said you could also face fine and jail time, whether you hit the deer or just find it on the side of the road. Said if you take it, you could face up to 90 days in jail. That's stupid, okay? If I hit the deer, it's an accident. I don't think I'm going to fuck my car up on purpose to kill a deer. Alert law enforcement if you hit a deer with your vehicle. Do not approach the deer. You may be temporarily disabled. My allergies got my throat all messed up. But anyway, I think that's stupid, and I guarantee you most of the time if you hit a deer and it kills it and they'll fuck your car up and you want to keep it, they'll let you keep it. Unless you got some dickhead Wildlife and Fisheries I just ignored her, Kelly. Yeah, but I'm not sick, Jennifer. Just my throat's just allergies. Gave me that deep, crinkly voice. So that's just stupid. Like I said, people just aren't out aiming for deer in their trucks. Stupid law. All right, going back to NOLA.com. A popular New Orleans deli. See, now I have to read on this one now because now as medical marijuana is legal in Louisiana, recreational marijuana is not legal in Louisiana. They have lessened the law, so if you get caught with it, you basically get a ticket or something like that. But, I mean, if you're just walking down the street puffing and shit, you're not going to a marijuana dispensary in Louisiana. Put it that way. This story said popular New Orleans deli now offers THC slushies in a unique daiquiri with an Italian flair. I was like, what the fuck they getting away with this shit? Their New Jersey-inspired subs and cold-cut sandwiches is now offering 2 unique beverages items, according to the Instagram post. Since getting their THC permit before Mardi Gras, Frickalini's has added multiple non-alcoholic THC drinks to their menu, including a new slushie. The restaurant uses Urban South grapefruit drifty THC seltzer to create the blend. Sounds nasty, okay? It just sounds fucking nasty. They obtained a permit to sell consumable hemp products as required by Louisiana law. And the products cannot have more than 8 milligrams of THC within food or drink. 8 milligrams is like milligrams of tiny amount. The drifty contains 5 milligrams of hemp-deprived Delta-9, combined with light notes of fruit in herbal blends. In addition to slushy, they offer the Louie, a New Orleans-based THC CBD seltzer with flavors like satsuma, ginger, cucumber, blackberry, and lemon. Personally, I doubt that this little minuscule amount of this, whatever type of THC this is that they're putting in these drinks, would get anybody high. But I bet they charging an ass load for it. And people drinking and say, oh, I'm drinking me a weed. No, you're not. This shit ain't got enough fucking shit in it to get a fucking hamster high. Okay? Come on. Fucking stupid. Don't buy that shit. Now, last week we did. It'll cause a fail on a urine test. I probably will. And you didn't even get high from it. That East Baton Rouge Sheriff's deputy got hit on his motorcycle. I know this guy. I used to work with this guy. He works for East Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office now. He's in the motorcycle unit. He made a traffic stop. You'll find out this person he pulled over is one of them stupid-ass sovereign citizens. Thank God he wasn't on his motorcycle when this happened. The guy ended up reversing his vehicle, ramming into the motorcycle, and then taking off. I'm not sure if they caught him or not. I haven't checked back into it, but he was not on the bike at the time. If not, he could have got hurt. Hopefully the guy got caught. But he's one of them, the guy just ran off. Just dumbass. Stupid ass siren citizen. He's lucky he didn't get his ass shot. That's all I'm saying. Would there have been any tears? No tears at all for stupid people like that at all. Yeah, I believe it. It almost sounds like it. I think he might if he knew he wasn't on a motorcycle, he's just disabling the bike. But it's just asinine. Of course, we're talking about Hillamore over there in Baton Rouge too. He's known for letting people off of charges that they shouldn't be taken off of, because that's going to be a time for another story there. Let's see if I had grabbed anything else on the Baton Rouge stuff. Oh, if y'all remember last Wednesday, they did make an arrest in the that Amish girl's murder. I'll put that on tomorrow night, and I'll put the picture of this dude up. It's weird. I would have never thought that. It's not, well, I don't even think the dude's not even Amish that killed her, so I don't get it. I don't know why. I got what you were saying, Jennifer. I don't know if you should have wrote that down there. Now Facebook's going to flag you for saying bad words. Oh, here we go. Let's see what this one said. This is a breaking story just on my phone here from WBRZ Investigative Unit again. Well, we're going to talk about that tomorrow night. That's when we're going to talk about who killed her. Come back tomorrow night for the rest of the story. There's a family filing a lawsuit against 2 BRPD officers for breaking procedure during a fatal car crash. chase. The children of an innocent man killed at the end of a 2023 police chase are filing wrongful death lawsuits against 2 BRPD officers. According to arrest documents on March the 9th, 2023, Officer Joseph, that's the same one that they just accusing of grabbing the dick, and Tyler Bennett tried to pull over a driver on Fuller Boulevard after noticing a broken tail light. The driver reportedly faked as if he was pulling over before speeding off and running a red light, leading officers on a chase. Brian Jones ran a red light during the chase and slammed into 56-year-old Victor Duncan Sr., who was taken to the hospital and later died. Duncan's children alleged that the officers were driving more than 25 miles per hour above the posted speed limit, traveling in the wrong lane of traffic, and disregarding stop signs, which break park policy and vehicle pursuit. The lawsuit says the officers broke the pursuit policy in many ways, including continue to pursue a non-violent individual by dangerously exceeding the speed limit, disobeying traffic, and failing to assist them. Of course, they're part of the Baton Rouge PD street crime unit, which we just talked about. And you know who's at fault, lady? I understand y'all's dad died, and that's sad, and I'm sorry for your loss. Now you're just looking for a paycheck, because the only person's fault it is that this happened was the person that took off and was running from the cop. There's no saying if these cops would have backed off and stopped chasing him, that this guy wouldn't have continued on and still gotten in this same crash. You want to blame somebody, blame the fucking bad guy. But we want a paycheck. That's all this is about. More paychecks. Like I said, I understand your dad died. It's tragic, sad. Shouldn't have to go through that. Probably taken way too soon. But we'll put blame where blame goes. On a person that was driving the car that was running. The person that hit your father and killed him. If one of these Baton Rouge cops would have ran a stop sign and hit your dad and killed him, yeah, sue the shit out of them. They're not the ones that did it. They're not the ones that did it. You're looking for a paycheck. That's all this shit is. As much as I feel sorry for the people, it pisses me off that they're looking for a paycheck. And that's all they're doing. Like I said, we want to get paid. This new one, like I said, I told you we had stuff coming down in Louisiana. It says, with a stroke of a pen, Louisiana has new gun laws, new ways to execute prisoners. Now we just got to get them motherfuckers to the executioner, right? They've been sitting on death row too long. Governor Jeff Landry today expanded gun rights for most Louisiana residents and approved new ways to execute death row prisoners. Louisiana's new concealed carry law, which takes effect on Independence Day, lowers the age from 21 to 18, the age at which residents may legally carry a concealed weapon unless the possession is banned by state or federal law. So as long as you're not a convicted felon and you're old enough to legally have this gun, you can carry it concealed. The state is the 28th state to do this, such law. A separate bill allows people carrying a concealed weapon to avoid liability for what happens with their guns unless they are engaged in a gross, negligent, or intentional misconduct. The execution law gives Louisiana Public Safety Commissioner more ways to put condemned prisoners to death. As of now, Louisiana must use lethal injection, which we know that you can't get the fucking drugs to inject them with, because the company's like, that's not what our drugs are made for, and we don't want you killing people with them, and they don't want to sell the drugs. As of July 1st, the state can turn the electrocution. They can go back to old Sparky. I've seen old Sparky. Great. It was built by prisoners, electricians that were prisoners. Fry them bastards. Or nitrogen suffocation. So you want to be suffocated or electrocuted. think we ought to go back to. I think they ought to go back. I think they ought to go to televised execution. Personally, oh, you're a sick motherfucker, Iceman. Man, what's wrong with you? They're not wrong with me. Televise it. I think it'll help deter crime. If these motherfuckers out there see, oh, if I do this, that might happen to me when I get caught. It might deter somebody for not wanting to commit that crime if they sitting there seeing this other dude getting electrocuted, firing squad, all kind of stuff. I just think it'll help. I think it cut down on those type of crimes. No pay-per-view. No pay-per-view, Jeff. Because I want that shit free. I want everybody to see it. We going to do a special break-in just like they do like with emergency weather. Burp, 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 every channel, you know. Look at old Jim Bob up there. Oh, shit, they just shot him. Yep, he's dead. Yeah, exactly. Dead man walking Green Mile. Like I said, I say do public execution. Other states have faced similar problems and approved new execution methods. Idaho has also approved the use of firing squads. Way to go, Idaho. Good job. In Alabama, this year conducted the nation's first execution of suffocation by nitrogen. Remember reading about it. Good job. Yes, I believe it would be awesome also. Cut down on crime. Alabama prison officials said before this execution, inmate Kenneth Smith would be unconscious within 30 seconds. But witnesses said that for more than 2 minutes, Smith shook and withered on a gurney and at times struggled against his restraints. What, they were suffocating him with it. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you put your arms around somebody's neck, they never done it, and you choke them and you can't get oxygen or your body's going to fight for oxygen. So I don't believe it's 2 minutes. Other crime bills that have been approved change to the statute of limitations for some sex offenses. I don't know what it is yet. Or required mandatory drug testing on certain offenders. Good. Lower the amount of time that an inmate's sentence can be reduced because of good behavior. Basically, like right now, you can do like credit for time served, and it's almost like day for day. So if you get 10 years, you could get out in 5 or some shit like that, or 6 or 7. Yeah, it's not going to be like that no more. They basically make it very hard to get out once. You're not going to get out early. Not like it is now. Increased penalties for drunk driving. Change post-conviction relief procedures. One of the first promises we made was that we were going to deal with crime, and we did in a way where we listened to you all. I'm going to do another one, not tonight, but another one. I'm going to talk about the gun stuff because, New Orleans is crying, and they're going to change some stuff, and I'm just not going to get into it on this one here. But, it's New Orleans, so go figure. Oh, look, it had a woman killed near the corner of Stan Avenue and North Shorewood Forest Drive. One was killed Tuesday afternoon along Stan Avenue off North Shorewood Forest Drive. Said the female victim was killed just after 2:30 p.m., which that wasn't that long ago. They're investigating the death as a homicide, but did not disclose any information. I mean, not unless you're just walking there and just drop dead, which I doubt it. St. John the Parish Sheriff's Office, they're searching for a man that went missing following a car crash. Okay. We'll see. We talked about the Point Capee sheriff. Had a man got arrested for skipping his arson hearing. He was booked in connection for another fire. Little pyromaniac. He was already in jail for skipping a court hearing for arson charges and was booked on additional charges Tuesday after setting a vacant school on fire. 27-year-old Horan Dargan was arrested on March the 5th and booked into East Baton Rouge Parish Prison on a bench warrant for not appearing and for setting a new fire. Firebug, that ain't ever going to change. Look, there's another fellow we got here. He's been arrested for possession of child porn. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with these people. And this is a youngster, too. A man was arrested Tuesday, which is today, after deputies found multiple videos of child pornography on his Dropbox account. East Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office said, how old is he? 22-year-old LaBrandon White was reported to the National Center of Missing and Exploited Children in December. After months of investigation, he was found with many lewd videos of teenage girl. He was arrested and booked on 20 counts of pornography involving juvenile. In these kids are getting younger, these freaking pedos with this shit is getting younger and younger and younger. I'm going to say one thing. This missing and exploited children thing, these people are doing a bang-up ass job. Shit's getting uploaded in the cloud. They're getting it. They're getting arrested on it and all that shit like that. Good for them, because these nasty motherfuckers need to be locked up.
Tomorrow, you'll see partly sunny weather.
And I didn't say nothing, and there went Alexa. Alexa, stop. You interrupted me, bitch. We got this young fella here. Houma man got arrested for alleged sex crimes against a missing teen. It's up in Terrebonne Parish. They arrested this Houma man who allegedly had sexual encounter with a missing teen. The Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office arrested Cameron Rodriguez. I guess, I don't know. He's 18. On one charge of carnal knowledge of a juvenile. The arrest came after an investigation by the SVU. They learned of a missing teen from Thibodaux, and she was seen in a local hotel. When deputies arrived, they found the teen as well as Rodriguez in the hotel room. The SVU confirmed that he had multiple sexual encounters with the teen. He was arrested and instructed not to contact her, as this could lead to additional charges. However, detectives later found evidence that he had continued to contact him. He's being held at the criminal justice complex. He's 19. They didn't put down an age. I don't know. I said it was a girl. I don't know. It could have been a boy. How old is this teenager? Was this teenager 16? I guarantee this kid run away to go meet up with this kid to have sex. I mean, that looks like about it on this stuff. Like I said, we've been going for shit almost an hour and a half. We just got some more people in here though. We'll be back live tomorrow, normal time, 7 p.m. I said at the beginning of this, but I'm going to say it again. I'm going to put up a blank picture on Facebook. I'm going to put it up by 8 in the morning. Okay. Between 7 and 8, I'm going to put the picture up. Let's put it that way. Because I might have to go work court. I'm not sure yet. Between 7 and 8 tomorrow morning, I'm going to put up a picture on my Facebook. Whoever has the most votes on their funny comment will win a free t-shirt. It won't look exactly like this when I change it up. This old one, it don't say the crew on it no more, or I don't think it does. But it looks like this one. But what I do now is, if you win, make sure you have a decent picture of yourself up there, a good face picture, and I'm going to add you to the crew with us with your own little cartoon body there. I'm going to add you to us, and I'm going to ship you that t-shirt for free. Okay? So you got to get your friends to come on and do likes or happy faces or something on your comment. If there's a tie, I'll break the tie. But you got to get the most votes to win, or I'm going to be doing it. So if you want a free t-shirt, and I'll be honest with you, I mean, when I do it, if you buy one and have it shipped with this one here, it's like $30-something bucks my cost to do it. So if you want a free T-shirt, go do that. So yeah, Billy's won the last one. No, did he win or Jared? Somebody, I'm not sure, but I sent Billy one, and he's got his own face with us on his cartoon T-shirt. So that's going to be tomorrow between 7 and 8. I'll put up the picture. Freebird said he's probably going to be in the clubhouse with me. Other than that, hopefully my voice is better. I'm hoping anyway. I'll be here regardless. So y'all come back tomorrow. I'm going to try to do more lives. Stay safe. Watch your back. Watch your partner's back. And remember, we are not sheepdogs. We're lions around here. Peace out, people. See y'all tomorrow night.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm